Mic check. Okay. As usual, we're dealing with computer problems because I ain't got $500,000 to buy a $200 mic and a $300 computer. 50-cent editing suite. So, not pointing any fingers. It happens. Some people got more. Where was I? So, I'm reading off a script this time. Good thing, right, guys? Okay. So, I hate to beat. Excuse me. Let me pretend to at least pretend that this isn't reading of a script. Just kidding. I hate to beat a dead horse, but here's my notes on Anita Symposium's videos about being used as women being used as excuse me, women being I'm drunk, remember. Women being used as rewards in video games, and bitch, you should be so lucky that someone would think of your ugly ass as a reward. I swear that was funny when I was writing it, but they pay me the big bucks. An additional note for those for those who don't already know, this video did not require some $500,000 to produce. Shiesty cunt. Let's just try to get through this. Okay. Um. Stop exploiting feminists. You capitalist whore. That's A. B. Stop speaking for all of women in your dumbass videos. Or at least say woman and not women in your titles. I don't speak for all men. I don't speak for all sexists. I don't speak for all writers. I don't speak for all the people that hate your fucking guts. They may or not agree with me as groups, and I may or may not be representative of their points of view. But you'll never hear me or any intelligent individual claim to represent an entire. And in that sense, you are sexist in and of yourself. Anita. Anita, baby girl. Mic check 1 2. Quiet on the set. Roll sound. Sorry, guys. Anita. I got you back, dog. Commentary on Jade as a positive female character. Did I read that right? Hey. Isn't that the woman of color? Is that what you said? No, I hate to break it to you, girl, but not all kind of isms are sexisms. You cracker bitch. Uh, what was it I said? She's the oh yeah, she's the same color as everybody else on in the damn planet. She's not a woman of color. She's not a minority cracker. She's not a minority cracker. She's the majority. Okay? This is woman of color land. Welcome to Africa, bitch. You know we you know what 12 of us do to you? You know what I'm saying? JK Lols. So what was the other points? Oh yeah, that's right. You get major minus points. I actually had to cut it off about 2 minutes in because you've actually lost all your points. You've now down to 0. You're out of the game. You didn't properly represent female ideology. Not female. I keep making that mistake because you properly represent female ideology. Jake, sexist joke 101, right? Okay, right. That was the line. Okay, good. All right. Good. Got good memory. Hey, diabetes hasn't killed me yet, right, guys? Still got all my feet. Quiet on set. Shh. I can't pay you SAG minimum, bitch. What was the other? Okay, all right. Cause look, you objectified her, you dumbass. Her midriff was silly. I thought she looked nice. You know, actually, I complimented her on her outfit. That's the first thing I said to Jade. What's in that backpack? Pull that big old like Ulan rug, like fucking Goku. I was like, whoa, shit, back off, bitch. Don't make me fuck you up. I ain't afraid to hit a girl with a stick. Okay, it is what it is. But she was nice. She wanted to take my picture. I thought that was nice. Honestly, I get a piece of Jade for her personality. Does that make me sexist? I bet you Oolong got a piece of Jade. Is that what his name? Was that his name? I kept thinking of his Oolong. He was. I guess he probably was inspired by that. That wasn't Tim Schafer though. Hey, sexist bitch. What about Psychonauts? That's not sexist. Get that Psychonauts, kids. GOG.com. Big fan. Big fan. Who knows about that GOG? It's G and it's OG.com. Look like a broke ass iced tea. Okay. My favorite joke. Okay. Uh, what was the other point? Oh yeah, so was yours. I like cargo pants, but it worked with the midriff thing. I like that cool backpack. Also, I'm pretty sure that was like the fashion style of the world because they weren't wearing that necessarily, but it was kind of like she was the cool kid in town. So she was like Ramona Flowers is the feeling I got. You know, she was a woman of color. She colored her hair clearly because I'm pretty sure on this planet green hair ain't the natural color. And by the way, Anita, I saw in the video you had nice hair. Um, Too bad they can't do a nose job on your personality. I was playing, girl. I was just hating, dog. Okay. Hey! I want every ice tub cold. I hate you, bitch. You know this bitch rose. What was it? 700,000 on uh Kickstarter to look on Wikipedia and make a vlog. Bitch, I ain't got no green screen, but I could just chroma key out this my bed. What are you talking about? I like chroma key. That was cool. Why didn't you put like stars and rainbows and flowers behind you? Why didn't you do Rainbow Road behind you? Is Rainbow Road sexist? Peach can drive on Rainbow Road just as good as anybody else. Was that sexist? Was Peach in Mario Kart and Smash Brothers? Was Peach sexist? Bitch! I hate this bitch. I'm sorry, Anita. I'm trying to respect your. I'm trying to stand up for your feminism. Actually, I'm trying to help you out, girl. Look, we should do a get together joint. You and me, James and Mike, and we should all play games so you can get educated. You didn't do a Meryl as a positive female character yet. Didn't I do a video? Does anybody watch my damn videos? Was that the third view? Was that? uh, and as always, uh, you know, This will be edited out. Editing makes good video, baby. That's what it is. Try to get it in one take. Baby, do I laugh like Charlie Murphy with a snort? No, I feel like laugh like Rick James maybe. I don't know. Anybody who's been watching my shit for as long as some of you guys, thank you guys. Okay, thank you for our sponsors, the number one, and viewers like you. We love you. But as far as Anita is concerned, look, I'm not quite done. I watched that one, and I'm gonna watch the. We're gonna come back with the. We'll be right back with. What was it? Do a generic outro. No. What were we looking? Oh yeah, that's right. My bad. Give me a second. Women as trope versus women. Tropes versus video games. I could do tropes versus women. It does go both ways. You think things about us, you know. Is that quite fair? Who knows? What the hell? Which one was it? Oh, it's on here, I guess. Hold on. Let me pull it up on here. Generic outro. Come on. Oh yeah. Uh. Oh yeah, that's right. Women as reward. Women as reward. Special DLC. Nah. I'm trying to figure out if you're using DLC and it's negative content. Even people who buy DLC still. Oh, by the way, the guys at GOG.com. Did I mention that GOG.com? Your one-stop shop for all the good, old games. Not like, not. I heard that Tomb Raider got an 8. I heard Majora's Mask got a 9. Majora's Mask 3D got a 9.5. That's funny. Okay. You don't play that, baby? We need to get that SNES cover. I'm gonna go back with you. So I'm play some Majora's Mask. Oh, I would never promote piracy, but Project 64 runs Majora's Mask very well, and it runs Perfect Dark and GoldenEye good, which the N64 can't do. Explosions! Pow! Mike, you're not gonna be a grip. I know that much. Oh, and on a personal note, before you start calling me a misogynist, just remember that I will soon be having my first child. And I sincerely hope that bitch stays at home and raises those kids. But she can't cook as well as me, and I don't like things to be too clean. So I don't necessarily even want her to be my like little house slave or whatever is going on with that. Um, I love you, Allie. I really do. Dedicate everything I do to you. At this time, that would be you. So, and I'm truly eternally. I know I'm not always easy to deal with. I know I'm not so easy to deal with all my bitterness and such. And I thank you for taking this journey in old ways of doing things. You are, excuse me, Mike. You are an inspiration, an antique. and the most beautiful woman I've ever impregnated. Moving on. Alright, here are my commentaries on the main video of Women as Rewards. I did take a look at that DLC thing, and frankly, it was nothing more stupid to comment on, so who cares? On the main video, anyways. I liked the content warning, explaining for whatever reason that intellectual criticism does not necessarily disregard the inherent merits that are not discussed due to being outside the scope of the current critical discussion. Having said that, you are a dumb cunt for not discussing that the whole idea of Samus removing her suit was to reinforce feminism, as the player presumably, whether male or female, had erroneously assumed that the main character whom they were playing as was male due to his or her extreme physical prowess in combat, and that her reveal, however scantily clad due to the limited graphics not made by Rare Coin, was to show the player that he or she was, in part, subjugated to a certain mindset. That one with a full suit of armor could be a male or female, and that by revealing their gender, a la Eowyn of Lord of the Rings, brought distinct attention to this obviously subjective mindset. To perceive Samus's reveal as a reward, as opposed to a mindfuck, comes from one who is obviously uneducated in the medium. That is to say, one who is obviously uneducated to the medium and its early history, which predates the internet, where one can know the ending of a game without actually playing it, which you noted upon but was not influenced by. And B, assume whatever the hell fits into your argument due to selection bias without actually consulting an actual expert. As for the various states of undress, okay, fair enough. I feel you. I totally understand that point. However, who the fuck in 1987 would ever, and I mean ever, okay, this is before Speed Demos Archive exists, this is before the internet, okay, this is 1987, or year of our Lord, would ever complete the game in under an hour, okay? It wasn't for you. It wasn't for you. It wasn't for your average Nintendo player who had Nintendo Power. Okay, it was not for you. You have to remember, women have been very prejudiced themselves against, notably, nerds and gamers. Be that as it may. This was a game designed, programmed, tested, distributed, and reviewed by males. Not to the fault of the males who like to see women in buck naked. Sorry, it has something to do with the balls and the testicles. Nevertheless, it's not their fault that they were the ones involved in the production with it, and I'll tell you why. Not because nobody wanted a female around the office, but because bitches, and I do mean bitches, not females, didn't want to fucking be there in the office. They didn't want anything to do with these nerds. They didn't want to. Okay? It's your fault for being prejudiced 20 years ago. Okay? Have you ever played a game of Dungeons and Dragons? Do you know what Star Wars is? Do you know what Lord of the Rings? You might play Call of Duty, you might like Portal, but honestly, you know what I'm talking about. Don't bullshit me, cunt. You know what I'm talking about when I say you're prejudiced against the medium, okay? And the people who play the medium, people who played the medium 20 years ago, maybe you like Call of Duty now, but did you like it back then? I didn't fucking think so. Because you had a closed mind. It wasn't cool, it wasn't hip, it wasn't profitable. Cunt. On. Oh, one more thing. Thank you for briefly mentioning that Samus was a feminist hero and not some kind of sexist evildoer. You managed to not throw your allies under the bus for a whole 17 seconds. Good job with that. Good job with that. Right. Oh, excuse me one sec. One final note on the Metroid part. Stop being a pandering shiesty cunt. Okay. People who like Metroid, which would not be me. I'm not. Don't give two shits if it's a good game or not. Say what you got to say, and or shut the fuck up. Okay. We don't need to hear about how it's a well rated. Basically, that's what you're saying when you say whether or not blah 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 blah. Shut the fuck up, okay? I know damn well you don't know shit about Metroid because in 2014 or 2013, Metroid is a shit game, okay? And everybody knows it. Everybody who's a fan of Metroid knows that it's a shit game by modern standards. You're pandering bullshit about how, well, even though we're going to talk about sexism, it's a good game. It just shows exactly how fucking ignorant you are and how much you are a pandering cunt who's trying to make money quickly off of the video game craze. Okay, it's just a fad. Just like in 1983, it's just a fad. Okay, just shut the fuck up. Okay, I want to hear that shit. Okay, you want to talk about sexism? All right, we'll hear it. Don't stop to talk to a gamer about intellectual criticism and how we're not talking about how it's just shut the fuck up. Okay, all right. This is a medium which is all about subjectivity. This is all about the user experience contributes 99% of the story. We fully understand what an opinion is. Okay? So just shut the fuck up. Okay? God. I mean, seriously. Why are you even talking? God, I mean, video games are sexist. I mean, you're hurting my brain right now. Just shut the fuck up. Okay, I'll move on. Only to mention that women as a reward, as a trope, is actually justifiable. Women use materialistic and capitalistic justifications for their own sexual and romantic conquest behavior, such as he has a car, he has a good job, he dresses nice, he's got nice shoes, etc. This sets the tone for romance, as women being the bearer, literally, of the fruit of romance and sexuality, in and of themselves set the tone that you set. You set the tone. The mic keeps jumping off. Okay. One does not find women as a reward as a trope in any work predating their own independence. That is true. Darga, the start of the extremely turbulent 20th. So one may or may not assume that perhaps the damsel in distress, etc., might seem hokey to a modern audience. Yes. I heard you going off on Mario. Let me just say that that's a parody of something that seems outdated. You probably don't grasp the finer points of art because you don't. To you, it's all about what is gonna make you. But whereas okay, whereas a woman's choice, however much I prefer it to be so, creates an unintentional consequence as a subsequent motivation beyond that of love. That is, protecting the woman, the female's body, her choice to sleep with you or marry you, beyond the physical. Thus, her choice becomes a commodity in and of itself. This is a difficult subject because A, I actually am a feminist, not a shyster, and B, it's so hard to accept that because freedom causes the consequence of bad choices, but thus, in and of itself, giving meaning to good choices. It's all very complicated, and we are moving further. As we are moving further away from. Sorry, my note. As we are moving further away from egalitarianism and more into philosophy and theology, but nevertheless, the initial point remains: you, as a woman who won't fuck a nice guy, who has excuses to fuck a mean rich guy, who, despite your best efforts, won't find a dick which produces children you won't abort, are sadly equally part of the problem. And that is something you cunts fail to understand. Equal rights means equal responsibility. And also, no matter what the law is, no matter how poorly you are treated, you have God-given rights. You have your human responsibilities under all circumstances. And you are a part of this world, and you have an effect on it. As Michael Jackson himself said, so wisely put it. If you want to make a world a better place, take a look at yourself and then make change. Excuse me. Moving on. Just shut the fuck up about entitlement. I mean, here is a bitch who basically got half of $1,000,000 US to make YouTube videos cause she's got a vagina. I mean, go ask Mr. James Rolfe himself if he had ever, and I mean ever, got $1 million, $1 million to make a YouTube series well before such a thing even fucking existed. Do I have to remind you that he did it all himself before he invented the medium that you are exploiting? Do you have to? Yeah. What did he? He's the angry. He's the angry movie nerd. No, no. He's the angry music nerd. No, no. He's the angry video game nerd. And he did it all himself. YouTube videos didn't exist before this motherfucker came along. You know what? Just a woman could have done it. Don't get me wrong. Except for, oh wait, excuse me. I mean, seriously, suck his dick, cause nobody would be watching your ugly ass in disgust, which is what most people, all the views you get, most of them are people who are just, like a car accident, kind of morbidly curious as they drive by. Like, why does this stupid shit exist? Were it not for him. Let me make that clear. A man who portrayed an angry nerd. Nerd, you know what a nerd is? Something you, her, could never, ever get away with. And I'll tell you why. It's not sexism. There's no such thing as an angry female video game nerd. Because, well, you're a selfish cunt, not a game reviewer. On. Then again, if you want to find a YouTube video from 2006 that just didn't get popular, that was some girl, some female that was reviewing games from 1981, because that's you know what is out. I'll hear you out. Doubt you'll have any retort. Just because he's not popular doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Well, okay, I have another note here. Just a second. Let me see this. Oh yeah, okay. Joe and Mac is not an arcade classic. Stop relying on Wikipedia. It's not what actually happened, you faker. Poser. Whatever they say nowadays. Sorry, my long-term fans. No, I don't. They read all that already? Holy shit. Video than I realized. Which some of you are pleasantly surprised. Okay. Professional. Okay, you like my green screen? I'm put some fancy effects in here with Adobe. I'm gonna get an Apple Final Cut Pro, and I'm put some flowers and shit in here. Put some video game footage which I didn't record. I'm gonna put it right here in the background. I could chroma key that. Obviously, it's white and pink, so like my face will disappear. But that'd be even cooler. It'd be a cool effect. I can chroma key too. That costs $500,000, obviously. Moving on. Rotten hell, bitch. I just want you to know that. Get right with God now. Is all I got to say with this stupid bitch. Anita sarcophagus. I mean, really. Okay. That's not even a real name. Can't be a real name. It's unpronounceable. There's no language in the world that can pronounce that fucking name. Okay. Obviously, full of shit. Just saying. What's in a name? Would a rose, by any other name, be as much of a cunt? I don't know, but I'm not Shakespeare. Your description of Easter eggs is disturbingly for me and mind-numbingly for most. Obviously from some article or whatever. It's so sadly clear you've never, ever, ever found an Easter egg in a video game or a DVD or anything else. Which means your boyfriend holds the remote. Saying. Which is just funny. Just saying. An additional note on this point. I'm not 100% sure because nobody played Tony Hawk 4 or really any of them after 2. But I think Daisy was a reference to Dukes of Hazzard, not Jim Jameson. I'm just going out on a limb here. And B, a tie. This is true. It was a tie-in to BMX XXXX, which strangely is absent from all your videos. Which is, I mean, I've never seen. That should be your only video. I don't even know what to tell you. But it was a tie-in to BMX Triple X, as it's called, a notorious spin-off by Activision of the Tony Hawk franchise. Something the Megacore was heavily dependent on pre Call of Duty 4. If you don't understand what that note means, is that basically extreme like there was a whole G4 icons about it. Activision really relies on its like hardcore franchises, and Spider-Man wasn't really a success yet. Call of Duty was years away. It had come out on PC and stuff, but it wasn't really like it wasn't really a big money maker yet. Breaking microphone. Okay. Nevertheless, so like the BMX Triple X was the next logical step. Let's try to make this moneymaker into a bigger moneymaker by exploiting women. You really should look into that. It got like I'm honestly that's where if you're gonna attack video games for sexism, that's I'm trying to help you out, girl. Okay, that is exactly where you're gonna be focusing your attention on. Here's a game that got what 2.0s and 3.0s. I'm sure it has a Metacritic rating like somewhere in the 30s, if not worse. And it sold some 4 million copies. Why is that? ABC News did a program, Porn Before Puberty, and it was like sort of like a commentary on a DVD coming out called what was it, Sexy Baby or something like that. Maybe not video games. Maybe that should be your primary target here. Maybe that makes more money on YouTube. Don't get me wrong. Video games are very profitable. I mean, I remember when you first got started with your shit, the most subscribed YouTube videos were video game related. Maybe that's anyways, BMX Triple X. Look that one up. Do some independent research. Another note on history that would be lost on a revisionist, wannabe poser such as yourself. Justin Bailey as a code is sort of famous. Don't get me wrong, but it was more like the Naboo starfighter on Rogue Squadron. Well, you probably don't know what I'm talking about, but it didn't help the sales of the game so much as who already had already spent billions of dollars. Um, the Ratchet and Clank thing was actually a parody of the overinflation of breasts in 3D games. Like the Tomb Raider had got like each edition had her breasts were like physically larger. That was like a parody of that. Again, I stopped caring. Um, too long, didn't read. You're still wrong. Okay, I'm not even gonna comment on the next part. You fucking cunt. I can't believe you'd hate on Mel. Your fucking. Okay, I managed to calm down a little bit and I rewrote the script. Mic check 1 2. Shares. Okay. Um. Back on point. Hideo Kojima is like the only friend you got left. Okay. So I suggest you apologize. I'm just gonna drop the Metal Gear Solid thing, cause probably fucking go off again. Like I don't even want to go there. Okay. All right. So all right, here we go. I'm with you on the whole alternative costumes being creepy thing. Okay. Fucking Japanese people being overly creepy as usual. I'm with you 100%. And I'm all with you about hating on Halloween and the whole like slut version of costumes, which has given corporations a whole nother market for the traditionally children's holiday of Halloween. On point. Seriously, you should be focusing your efforts on shit like that and not video games. I mean, really. On the experience point thing, as someone who is a legitimate expert on sexuality, i.e., not you, and not a regurgitator of college textbooks, i.e., for additional profit. I can tell you, you will be better in combat if you are better at sex. Totally true. Okay, just physical fitness is what it is. I know you hate sex, bitch, but that's because nobody's wanting to give you dick. With your ugly ass nose. Bitch needs to get a nose job. I know how you feel. Trust me. I need to, like, get rid of this hair somehow. I don't even know how. I don't even know how, but somehow. However, I mention this only, and literally only, to bring attention to a serious problem. War and sex should be approached with love, not hate. Not selfishness, not self gratification, not expectation of reward, but truly, honestly, love. But shit. If you had covered anything even related to that, I could make a much better response video, and I wouldn't call you a cunt. So, right. Back to talking shit, I guess. Right. Good point. I'm surprised. Okay. I don't appreciate you hating on Shell Shock Nom 67 to advance your cause. Okay. Seriously, it's like picking on the cripple kid. Once again, just as in Metroid, here is an artist, not an exploiter, who is trying to call attention, in this case, to war rape. War rape. War rape. You don't even know what that is. Another legitimate feminist cause who you throw under the bus because you failed to grasp the point. Partly because, just like me, you never fucking played Shell Shock Nom 67. Fuck, man. You fucking bullshitter. Okay? Who has the time? Okay? Jesus. You act like you played every game in history. Okay? I played, what, 10 minutes? And you're gonna, like, straight up talk about the endings of games like you know what the fuck you're talking about? Okay? Just shut the fuck up. God. Okay. I played a bit of it. Okay, and I liked it a lot. Don't get me wrong. But I got better shit to do. Okay, I got books to read, movies to watch, bitches to fuck. Not fuck around and unlock an esoteric picture of semi-nude women who were raped. Okay? Seriously. Just to prove a point. That was the only reason it's in the game, is to prove a point. Your point, notably. I mean, really. Get fucking real. I mean, do you even know what Grim Fandango is? Do you even know what that is? Or did you just type it into your address bar? I thought so. Okay. That's what I thought. Shut the fuck up. Okay? Jesus. Alright, alright. I heard you say corporate branded. That's all I can remember. I'm all about you hating on that corporate branded shit. I mean, I don't know what you said, but I got all starry eyed and shit. And you hated on the real villains here for like a whole 4 seconds. Okay. I remember when Rachel Ray was on the centerfold of FHM to advance her career, and she got a talk show. It was weird. That was fucked up. Where was I? All right, achievements. Fuck, that's gonna be complicated. Uh, who hired you? EA or something? I was briefly retaining my attention when you explained achievements as little more than quote unquote a cheap excuse to encourage the player to play the game when the game design couldn't keep them entertained or interested. I'm sorry. That was almost an exact quote. Let me just stop you right there. Does Monopoly have a gamer score? Does chess have trophies? Rhetorical question, but in this case, there is indeed an answer. Okay, I know. There is an interesting answer to all these like questions, like DLC achievements and stuff like that. There is indeed there in this case there actually is an answer to a rhetorical question. I'll tell you what it is. Stop being a fucking chump. Okay, when some cunt comes on the fucking TV and tells you all about how feminists are fucking blah 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 blah. You gotta. This game is sexist. Subscribe and like the video because we agree on one thing. Okay, stop being a fucking chump. Okay, people taking advantage of you, getting you to pay $300 for a goddamn video game that was released 20 years ago because it's rare. Okay, it ain't no different than some cunt who uses your ideology against you to make money. Agree on one thing so that she convinces you to agree on a whole bunch of other things. Okay? She Do you not understand that? Do you not understand that you're being used? You're being used. All you dumb motherfuckers. Somebody who shuts down discussion on the comments, the fucking YouTube video, and you can't comment on it. Okay, what is the? Okay, well, all right. Why isn't this bitch on Fox News? Because that is the forum for posting a video that nobody can respond to. Okay, it's Fox News, not YouTube. Okay, she got death threats, so she refused an appearance, public appearance. She still got paid for the public appearance, but she got death threats. Okay. Guess what, motherfucker? I get death threats every fucking day on my way to the fucking liquor store. Okay? All right, grow a fucking pair, bitch. Okay. And by the way, I'm not surprised. I got totally. I'm drunk. There's more of the script. I thought I was done. All right. Fuck. Shit. More stupid shit I gotta respond to. God. This is bullshit. Can you please just be wrong about just one thing per video so I can get done with this shit in one day? Jesus, I've been making these videos for fucking days. All right. Okay. All right. I can do this. I learned it from Sean Astin. It didn't work. I still don't want to do this shit, but I gotta say something. This is absurd. This is absurd. Can't believe that she swindled you motherfuckers out of $500,000 and then still gets YouTube, Google bucks. Somebody should get that money back. Somebody should demand their money back. And more importantly, ideologically, I can't have her dividing that. We got to work together on objectivity. Cannot believe I would ever agree with Ayn Rand, but the 21st. Right, I remember now. I like the bit about ladies, man. I sure do love the SNL sketch of the same, which parodied this societal dynamic, which I will emphasize is caused entirely by the materialistic social status presented by women of achieving their desire. That is to say, I, the male, achieve their desire. I win it. Okay, this is what the ladies meant, right? Which, again, I'm focusing on responding to this Anita Salami's bitch's points, not real issues, which kind of limits me, which is which is disappointing. But to say the least, let me just mention that the original Sid Meier's Pirates had hilariously the exact same mechanic that she was bitching about, thus negating your whole argument, Anita Rosie. Because you specified that it was the remake and not the series, not the game. Thus illustrating your ignorance to the entire medium at large. I how would you know that this was in the remake and not the original when you spent $500,000 on research? And I say research in quotation marks because I'm pretty sure the actual answer is clothes and cocaine and iPhones and whatever the fuck it is that you people buy nowadays. I don't even know. I wouldn't even know what to spend $500,000 on. Okay, I mean, GOG.com. If you buy everything on GOG.com, you still have $300,000 left. Okay, I don't even know what the fuck. If not more than that, honestly, it probably wouldn't even be that much. Probably be like, what? Are you like in the Are you in the collector's market? You don't know what a ROM is? Were you trying to get like a copy of Genesis Tetris to look for sexism? Is that where all the money went? Moving on. When the fuck were gamer scores called entitlements? I mean, that's a serious question. Okay, as a historian, is it just me, a video game historian, or like, is it generally unknown that to all that achievements were called entitlements ever? I mean, seriously, I remember when they first came out with these motherfuckers in 2005. It was just like a big joke. Like everybody was like, "Ha ha 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 ha! Nobody's ever gonna care." Strangely, still nobody cares. But I don't think anybody ever called them entitlements. As a matter of fact, I think the word entitlements has only ever been officially recognized as like, not even like in the general populace, just officially. It's funny in and of itself. But it's only ever been used specifically for sort of like wealth. I mean, there's no nice way to put it, but like welfare and like food stamps and people who need help financially receive government entitlements. That's the only time I've ever heard the word ever used in any kind of like official or unofficial capacity, other than fucking dumbass feminists that I don't even know who said this, but it was unfortunate. But seriously, somehow the speed of light is privileged over other speeds or some shit. I don't even know. It was hilarious. It was absolutely hilarious. Okay, don't get me wrong. Women are capable of rational thought, just not feminists apparently. And like every other woman can come up with something that makes sense. It's just not. It's, I don't know what to fucking tell you. I, I genuinely feel bad for women when feminists start talking. I know your average woman probably doesn't know what I'm talking about because they don't even know what a feminist theorist is. Okay, don't get me wrong, because they don't care. Like as long as they're getting their shoes and their nails did, and the guy is taking them out to dinner and paying for everything, they don't care. And why would they? Okay. Having said that, your black person probably knows what I'm talking about because your feminist theorist is just for my black homies out there. It's comparable, I guess, to Jesse Jackson. You know, like sort of like kind of makes you look bad, but is standing up for you, so it puts you in an awkward position. That's the best I got. That's the best I got. That's the best metaphor I could ever come up with. Frankly, because as a white male, we don't have somebody standing up for our rights. It just Jerry Falwell is dead, but I mean, other than that, we ain't got nobody like that. And why would we? It's kind of fucked up that we would have somebody like that, and we did. But Jerry Falwell, rest his soul. Thank God. When I prayed for Jerry Falwell to be taken from the earth, I didn't expect him to actually die. I was thinking like an alien or something, but God works in mysterious ways. Moving on. All right. Well, he was talking shit about Katrina, so I got kind of offended. That's the only reason. And lo and behold, my HP microphone broke. Or broke. Why do I have? Why would I ever purchase something from Hewlett Packard? And then Republican nominee is a former CEO for Hewlett Packard. I can't even make this shit up. I can't even make this shit up. Okay, like seriously, like I can be pretty funny sometimes, but I could not write something that funny. Okay, so don't even blame me for that shit. But luckily it was. That's Allie right there. I'll get back to her in a second. That's a long conversation. Excuse me. more. Excuse me. Excuse me. Okay, now I'm hiccuping. Which is the worst thing ever. You know what, Anita? You're not the worst thing ever. Hiccups. You're the second worst thing ever. Okay. Cool. Okay. I have no idea what I've been ranting about. But back on point. Alright. Also, and this especially makes me feel like I am beating up a crippled, dead, homeless woman. Um, we see it. This is a quote from you, Anita. We see it when a woman, when I'm, or rather, excuse me. Let me back up a second. Doesn't make any sense, so I didn't remember the sentence. This is the exact quote. We see it when a man gropes a woman at a convention. You might have said sci-fi some kind of convention. Doesn't really matter. What? Are you high on crack, methadone, PCP, $500,000 in free money that you didn't earn? What? Um, Listen, you dumb bitch who has never played a video game before once in her entire life. Clearly, okay. Who made fun of people who did before they became popular. Okay, I know you did, bitch. Don't even lie. Don't even fucking lie. Okay, I can see you in high school and middle school making fun of the nerd and his Game Boy Advance. I can see it. Shut the fuck up. Uh, and you did. It's just clear in your fucking attitude. You're just the way you carry yourself. It's just clear. Okay, so just shut the fuck up. Um, talking about titled. Uh, who is clearly exploiting your own gender to find a better life for themselves. You know, not realizing that men don't have it any better. It's not worse. Listen, so I can make it perfectly clear. Since you ain't got the idea already, nerds don't get away with groping women at conventions. Partially because nerds don't grope women at conventions. Partially because nerds don't grope women at conventions. Partially because, and this should be obvious by now, because nerds are nice guys. They're nice guys. Nice guys. Yes, I said it. They're nice guys. Sorry, nerds. Just don't. You know it's true. They finish last. They do the right things. Girls don't like them. But most importantly to this discussion, they stand up for those who need standing up for, including women, including also women who don't like them. Women will never ever fuck them. But but the nerds, they will jump in front of the bullet for the women. Cuz they are heroes. Cuz they stand up for those who need it. And do you have any fucking clue where they learned this behavior, this egalitarian, equalitarian, so-called feminist behavior of doing the right thing equally for all people who need it? I'll tell you. I'll tell you where they learn to be persistent. I'll tell you where they learn to be the hero against impossible odds. I will learn, I will tell you where they learned to do the right thing because it gave them the good, canonical ending. I will tell you, you dumb, selfish, useless cunt. Video games. Fuck you, fuck your $500,000, and fuck your mother. I hope all the bad things in life happen to you and nobody else but you. Stay safe, have fun. This is Sam Yargo signing out. Peace, you punk bitches. Squirt in your face. Surprise, surprise. Right in your eyes. Bitch. Fuck you, that was terrible.